All right.
Yeah, man. Thanks for hitting me up for this
Oh,
too.
no problem. One more thing. I always forget one thing.
Oh, you good, man?
All right. So, what's your name and what do you do?
Man, I go by Dom Chronicles. I'm a musician, entrepreneur, artist, curator.
What got you into liking music?
When I was in 5th grade, you know how you get your choices in like choosing an instrument?
Yeah.
I chose violin, and low key, like for real, orchestra really saved my life back then. Doing rap records, producing, eventually DJing.
So you can play violin. If I gave you a violin right now, you got it.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
I'm a
crazy.
little rusty, you know, the bow might not be like as steady as
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I can get down for sure. I can read music, can write music.
What's your dream?
My dream is to uplift people that I can reach in my own way, doing whatever I love to do in hopes that that really inspires people. And right now it's just really through music, you know. That might
Yeah.
change when I get older, but
Yeah.
right now that's my vessel.
What brought you into that being your dream?
Man, just seeing a favorite artist, you know, do the same thing, and also just like feeling a calling, you know, like God's really called me to do what I do. So I feel like I'm just following the path that's been put forth before me, you know.
Yeah. What's like a crazy story about any part of your journey that you've been through?
I used to like go on tour and make no money, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I performed in Iowa in front of 13 people before. To some people that have like crazy egos, they're like, oh, I'll never go back there again, or I'll never do that again. But that 13 people turned into 50 people eventually.
It's almost like an ego
Yeah.
gap that you have to
Yeah.
just jump across.
You know, when you do it and that things like that happen, you just start to remember why you do it in the first place. You know, I got into doing what I do for a reason, and that's to inspire.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same for me as an artist. My very first art show, maximum 20 people showed up.
Yeah.
So what would you say is your biggest accomplishment?
Man, it sounds crazy. It might sound a little existential right now, but being alive, bro. I feel like that's a big accomplishment every day you wake up.
Yeah.
Having the opportunity to be alive, having the opportunity to use my legs and my arms and my mind to, you know, develop the concepts that we have right now. My baby is my brand, More Than Friends, so it's really God working for us.
Talk a little bit more about More Than Friends. Like, what? Go into it.
It's an event-based brand, somewhat of a production company, and we throw together curated events. You know, the branding's based off like the nostalgia of us growing up and stuff like that. And we just throw like really good, safe space style events, you know, for everybody. And we just happen to sell out every time.
Where to?
We've done New York. We did New York for the first time this year. We've been in LA. We are in current talks with a few other cities right now, some of which I won't name. You know, I want it to be a surprise for everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
What started it? How'd that idea come about?
I started DJing in like 2017 or so, and I used to throw an event here called Sensei Parties. I've always been in the event space. I've always known how to curate things and theme things to where they're really attracted to people. And COVID happened, of course, and then, you know, a couple years after COVID, I'm like, okay, I think I'm ready to develop this new concept.
All great artists make something from inspiration and then make it their own. So.
Most definitely, you know, I shout those people out every day. You know, you always got to pay homage, you know what I'm saying?
You talked about how grateful you were for life. Do you think about death a lot?
Man, all the time. I just put my dog down today.
Oh, man.
I'm not gonna lie, you know what I mean? Life's really short. You know, it's really good to like just stay on the best of terms that you can with people. Not everybody's gonna resonate with you. Not everybody's gonna connect with you. But at the same time, you know, you don't have to shun those people away or burn those bridges, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't believe in burning bridges. I just believe in building. You know, that's what I choose to do with my life. I just choose to build.
Yeah.
Every day I wake up thinking about that.
There's also like a lot of highs that go with being a creative, doing things on your own. But what lows have you seen?
Man, I've been broke as hell. I've been like, man, like, how am I going to pay my rent or pay these lights or like get my car fixed? You know, really struggling. Like, I've worked so many types of jobs on my journey too.
Yeah.
You know, you hear these stories of, you know, artists and stuff like that, and they'll be like, oh, I've never worked a job. I'm the complete opposite of that. You know, I've bust tables.
Yeah.
I've done corporate shit. I've been on like on the phones, like selling stuff and working in retail management and stuff. And honestly, the biggest thing that helped me was working a job. I used to actually manage a Zoomies out here. And actually, that's where a lot of my fan base ended up coming from, you know, on my come up was like working at the mall and just being shameless.
Think about that. People doubt, like, they just want to be self-made so bad. And it's like, it's not a bad thing to not be fully self-made or
Yeah.
fully, or even take your time with being self-made, honestly. So like
Exactly.
stuff like that. I was a valet. You know, I valeted
Yeah.
cars just at Stock Hill down the road,
Yeah. I
and
love Stock Hill. I was just there
yeah,
like last week.
Monarch Bar. Like I
Yeah. You
valeted cars.
valeted Monarch?
Yeah, this was like 4 years ago. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
valeting all these places.
That's dope.
North Kansas City Hospital. Like
Yeah.
I was working.
Yeah.
But you also learn how to experience different things and learn about different types of people and
Yeah.
just see other parts of the world. And that all goes back into the
Yeah.
art.
Most definitely. It's a blessing, bro.
What piece of advice would you give an aspiring artist?
Just put yourself out there, man. Like, don't be afraid to tell people what you do, who you are. Don't be too cool for school and shit, you know? I feel like that's what a lot of people do. They don't follow nobody back, you know, want to be all exclusive and shit, even though they don't have nothing out there, you know what I mean? And just always putting yourself out there, having your mind open, having your heart open as well. Yeah.
100%. Honestly. The biggest thing is be humble, even when you're doing well, because you never know what's going to happen.
And exactly.
You either have the best month of your life and then the next month.
Yeah,
have the
and the
worst
person you piss off could be the person that could help you
yeah.
years down the line.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? When I meet people, I don't always look for like, how can you help me? Or how can you help what I'm doing? If
Yeah.
not, I'm not going to be friends with you or something like
Exactly.
that. That's stupid. That's a transactional relationship. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Always being open and, you know, just being open to being cool with different types of people, no matter who they are, what color they are, what race they are, what part of
Exactly.
life they're in and stuff like that, or what they're interested in. You never know what kind of value that person can bring into your life later. And you never also know sometimes what kind of value you're actually bringing into their life just by knowing you. You know, you might inspire somebody and they won't tell you,
Yeah.
but you know, you're doing it though.
That's a fact. I've had too many times where I met somebody and you could tell it was transactional meet. I've learned like, I don't want to just meet you. I don't want to go to a networking event and only talk about business. I want to meet someone, be cool with them. That maybe down the line something will happen, maybe not. I don't care. It's just like, just be cool.
But that's how the connection really flourishes. Even when I meet like dope artists and stuff like that, like I've opened up for a ton of artists, some of them being my favorite or some people being like people that I really like fuck with, you know? And I don't ever come to people like, hey, we got to work. We got to do this. We got to make a track together. We got to do this. It's more so like, hey, bro, like, let's just link up if we meet up in these different cities or like, you know, whenever you're back in town, holla at me. Whenever I'm in your city, I'll holla at you.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's just going out for the night, getting some drinks or getting some coffee or just chilling, that's how those relationships are built. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what creates great product. That's what creates great music is the relationship bond between artists.
What's something that not many people know about you?
Man, I feel like I'm like pretty much an open book, honestly, but I've never had no real serious father figures in my life. You know what I mean? Like I didn't meet my real dad till I was 9. I feel like I've really forged my own path, like as a man and as like a, you know, a person in the community and as just a human being. You know? I'm really a mama's boy for real. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It happens to a lot of us, man.
That could be my thing. I'm a mama's boy. Fuck it.
Yeah. Going deeper to it, like how would you consider yourself a mama's boy?
Me and my mom are like best friends, you know what I mean? Like we help each other. She comes to all my events. She even works the door at More Than Friends sometimes. Yeah. Did you see the picture that I posted with her? She put a face on my nail. She got my face painted on her nails one time.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah, there we go.
That's my dog.
Yeah, that's cool.
Shout out moms, man.
Motherly love.
Yeah, I love her to death.
Yeah. So what would you tell someone who wants to do what you're doing?
Just do it, bro. Don't be scared. Don't let nobody tell you any different. Shit, I remember when I first started, not even my family believed in me like that. It took them coming to a show, a sold out show, for them to like really be like, okay, there's something here. You know, they wanted me to do the normal stuff, which isn't bad, you know, go to school, get out, do your thing, you know what I mean? But I've just never really had that motivation to like be a doctor. You know, I'm a doctor in my own way. You know, I'm a do my own thing in my own way. Thankfully, I did have parents that like, in a way, let me be a little bit free, let me decide what I wanted to do and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And this is just what it turned out to be. And don't be scared to jump in the water, you know, express your creativity to people.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right, you ready to see it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me think. Any other questions I could ask? Who are you inspired by?
Man, I'm inspired by a lot of different people, man. You know, from Pharrell to people like that have passed, like Neville Goddard. You know, I really like Denzel Washington.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people like that. But I'm also inspired mostly by the people that are around me, my business partners, my friends, you know, the women in my life, like my mom and my aunts and, you know, my lady and stuff like that. So I just kind of like think about those types of things as like direct inspiration as the people who are around you.
All right, here we go.
Cool.
3, 2, 1.
Whoa! You did that quick? That is insane, bro. Got me looking mad light skinned too.
Mad light skin.
I love this, bro.
I gave you the Aubrey Graham.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
This is sick.
No problem, bro.
Oh my God. I'm surprised you did that quick. Man, shout out to this guy, bro. You're gonna be famous. Like, come on, bro. We all
working.
Bro. Hold on, let me get a little pic. Let me get the little pic, bro, because this is crazy. All right, bet.
This win is getting bad.
Hey.